My knowledge of this house is that the first owners were a family named Benton, Benton, and I believe the man's name might have been Matthew. And through the generations, there was Matthew 1, 2, and 3, and Matt Benton the third grew up with us in Quitman. He graduated from Quitman High School in 1960 and went to Houston, had a successful career. He does have a brother, Mark, that lives somewhere in the area. And then there was one of the daughters that lived here who was married to a Johnstone, and she was a school teacher and taught in Quitman prior to moving to DeKalb. My son knew her family, and I had the opportunity to go there and attend her either 100 or 102nd birthday. And she said that she was born in this house during the time that the Bentons owned it. The Bentons then sold to a family named Denton, Denton, and in the history book, I think of 1850 to 1900, there is a picture of this house when it was the true two-story house. And on the balcony on the second floor was where all of them, they were all grown. There were twin brothers, Lemuel and Leonard, and one of them's house is directly across from the Baptist Church in Quitman. It's no longer in the family. But again, I attended school with Jimmy Denton, who was the year ahead of me and graduated in 1958 from Quitman. He too is deceased. And then in 1917, Albert and Beulah Graves Morrow, who were born over in the Cartwright community, were my grandparents, and they bought the place and lived here until 1918. While living here, their daughter died, and she's buried in the Clover Hill Cemetery, and her name was Maureen Morrow. And Granddad Albert and Mamaw sold to the Baileys in 1918, and they moved to Oak Grove and bought a place down there that goes to Sandy Creek. It's the dividing creek between Oak Grove and East Point. In 1919, a cyclone came through, and you can find that in the history. It wasn't called a tornado, it was a cyclone. Came through Oak Grove and destroyed both my grandparents' home, Albert Mara and Henry Fulmer. And Mr. Bailey went down to Oak Grove and saw the devastation. He's the one that bought the place for my grandparents. And he saw the devastation that cyclone. So when he laid his crop by, which he owned the property across the road and some over to my right over here, and he saw that devastation. So when he laid his crop by, he had the roof and the top floor of this building taken off. And so that's why that it doesn't look like what it does in the picture of the Denton family that was standing on the balcony up there. And uh, Bob Bruce, an attorney in Mineola, was one of the Denton uh, heirs also. But Mr. Bailey took the roof off and then put it back. The brick, I understand, was made on part of his farm over there, and we were told that it was by slaves that lived in part of the farm over there, that they made the brick for the house. And so the Bailey family owned it until I believe the current owner, Miss Williams, said that they bought it in 1917. Paul Bailey and his wife, Benlou Willingham Bailey, lived here and raised their three boys, Doyle Ray, Paul Jr., and Joe Henry. The older two boys are deceased this past year, and Joe Henry lives up in the Coke community, and he was raised here in this. So the family maintained this as their homestead and had many, many happy memories. And it was in 1917, I believe, that I mean, 2017 that Mr. Williams bought it. They bought it and have done a great job of restoring it. And the people have marveled as they have driven by and seen the hard work that they put forth in restoring it to its natural state as much as was possible. And we appreciate Mr. Williams giving us the opportunity to tour the home and to be able to give a report of this. And I grew up with the Bailey boys, and Paul Jr. was a year ahead of me, and Joe Henry a year behind me in school. So we've had sweet and precious memories, and I've assisted with the family's funerals through the years. A great family, and I'm grateful that they were able to pass it on to someone who would not demolish it but restore it. And so, thanks to the Williams family for what you have done in the restoration project.